What's going on? It's Michael from the Wiseguys, and we're here with
Me.
Mark
This guy.
Carrillo. What are you playing today?
Fire Kings.
Fire
We
King.
got the Fire King stuff, the new stuff.
All right. I just got punked by this deck, so I still don't know exactly what this deck does.
Yep.
It does a lot.
It does a lot. It does indeed. All right, we'll start off with all the simple standard stuff. We're going to start off with 2 Grunics. You got to play 2. You can't be playing one of this because if you get Spanish, you're kind of screwed. Basically, when a card you control.
Birds are check. Wait a minute.
That ain't a
Oh,
It is a winged beast.
It is a bird.
Oh yeah. Whenever a monster whose original attribute is fire is destroyed, it can summon itself from the hand or a grave.
Oh, so you
And when it's summoned, it pops a fire tri-beast in your extra deck, in your main deck, to basically bump his attack up. And then he just kind of chills there. Funnily enough, this dude, you just leave him on the field. You kind of have to leave him on the field.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, he's safest on your field. Your opponent can't attempt to target him if you have your Kieran, which you'll always have. You don't want him in the grave. You don't want him anywhere except the field.
All right.
Because if your opponent just fire mirror the heat of this guy, it fits the Fire King.
I'm just gonna say you had me at destroy one card from deck.
Destroy one card from deck.
It's so dumb.
Next card, Baby Chicken.
Baby chicken.
Baby Chicken, this card's insane. On normal or special, he just adds a Fire King spell trap. You're only playing two search targets for it, but it's whatever.
I want some KFC now.
But if a fire monster you control is destroyed, it can just summon itself from hand too. And this card, when it's destroyed by card effect, specifically, it bounces back to your hand during every standby phase. It's infinite material to do everything with.
How does it add back from the standby phase?
When it's destroyed by card. When it's destroyed. Period.
When it's destroyed?
When it's destroyed, period. It just floats back to your hand.
That's so
Every
dumb.
standby phase. It's basically a Sinister Serpent, only in a chicken.
Battle phase.
KFC.
KFC. Next we got 3 Arvanta.
Oh yeah.
So this is one of the OG ones. It's a monster negate. It negates the effect first, then you pop a fire, and
That does come up.
Yep, and it does come up really, really well. Other effect is when it's destroyed, it summons a Fire King from a grave, it targets them and summons them, and then it destroys them during the end phase. So it allows you to extend when it's popped. It's also a really good body just to end on.
Yeah, because if they try to destroy it, you can bring one back.
It just floats, keeps you going. Next is the only 3 out of the structure deck is Kieran. This card's insane.
Yeah.
During the main phase quick effect, target a fire you control, pop it.
Yeah,
In your hand or field, so crazy. And
It doesn't target the pop though. So
nope, it just pops it. It just pops it. Yep. And its other effect, when it is destroyed, you can special a Fire King from a hand or grave. Then you can non-targeting pop a card on the field. It's so crazy.
Do you ever use this to play around hand traps like Emperor and
Yes,
stuff?
actually,
Okay.
I can and I will.
I was thinking about that.
Yep. You play the Wombrong, the OG, the other OG in the deck. Doesn't do too much. He's literally here just to get popped. He's literally here just to get kamikaze.
Get a search.
Just to get a search on the standby. Most of the time you're grabbing him.
Yeah.
These 2 pair really well. The effect for him to summon himself should theoretically never come up. It's whatever. I'm playing 1 Rank Bali.
Tell me what this one does.
So he is the opposite of Arvanta in terms of he's a spell trap negate. If a card fire you control is destroyed, he special summons himself.
Wait, don't you summon her and then bounce her back?
And that's it.
Okay.
Card's kind of whatever. And
Does it do anything when it's destroyed?
no, it does not do anything
Wow.
when it's destroyed, which is why I didn't like it. But it can literally be any other card.
It's still a spell trap negate.
Yeah. Which one is actually what was
One me against me.
Yeah. Next, we're on to Snake Eyes.
I'm just curious.
Just playing
what's
2.
your,
1 Ash.
what's
Ash is insane.
I'm just trying to think.
On normal or special, just adds any level 1 fire.
And yeah.
Just any level 1 fire. Broken. Its other effect is you can send it for cost and another face-up card you control to the graveyard to summon, the next card, Flameberg Durgan. Card is insane. This card just basically says target a card on the field or either grave, put it into the spell trap zone. And it's into its owner spell trap zone as a continuous spell.
Wow.
And then during your opponent's turn, you can just quick effect take a monster that's currently being treated as a spell trap and summon it to your field. Doesn't matter what it is, just take it. Yoink it. It's basically Snatch Steal for free.
God damn.
Oh yeah, and it's the craziest thing about this card is too is its 3rd effect. Believe it or not, its 3rd effect is when it is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard. It floats back any 2 level 1 fires from the graveyard.
Yeah, and
Doesn't negate their effects. Can have the same name. Doesn't matter. Just summons them. Card is bonkers.
yeah.
Card is insane. And then we're playing the Diabellstar stuff. So she's crazy. She's a 1-card combo in this deck all by itself.
Yeah, this turns into this though, right?
Yes, this can pivot into this if it needs to, but it doesn't have to. But she's the girl. She's the lad. She'd be going. Pitch. Just send a card from her hand to field. Summon her.
Yep.
Then just fiend any Snake Eyes spell trap directly from her deck. Really, really good. And then
Really good.
if she sticks around, and your opponent removes her, she just pitch card from your hand, summon herself back. Pretty good. That's
So
it
right here,
for
The monsters.
that's it for
Spells that
engine
draw, right?
and
Yeah.
sub engines
But I can
on
still
the hand traps.
activate
Playing one
spells,
nib
right?
just because it couldn't find a 39 spot.
Well,
Could have
can
been
I
a better duster,
activate
but
them?
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nib's nib. Nib's good. 3 ash and 3 droll.
So
'Cause,
7 hand traps all together.
technically 10 because imperm at the back.
Out the
3 imperm, the only trap in the deck. Imperm's
Okay.
imperm. Can't go back.
Normal summon straight.
Onto spells. Playing a half engine.
shit. Kieran is also like a hand trap too. So
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Two evil.
First up, we are on 3 Wanted to search for Diabellstar. Expensive cardboard, my favorite thing.
this card's just
The card's
super-
insane. It's
super
so
bonkers.
crazy. Oh, during the draw phase, let me just add Diabellstar. Can't draw me now. And then even crazier,
Then draw one.
yeah, then just put back the card you set after you use it, and then draw. Insane. And then spoils, Snake Eyes. This card just send any face-up monster you control to the graveyard to special any level 1 from the deck.
So now we can just summon Snake Eyes. You can summon
Any level 1, summon Ponix. Chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah. And then it has another effect. So you can sometimes immediately just bounce this back to draw a card.
Yeah.
Or what you can do is you can wait a turn. You can Sinful Spoils, because this has another effect, believe it or not. It says target a Diabellstar or Snake Eyes card in your graveyard. Search your deck for a level 1 fire. Add that level 1 fire to your hand, and then put this to the bottom of your deck.
Oh wow.
And then put the targeted card to the bottom of your deck. And this gets banished. This card can also target your banished cards. Banish Simple Spoils, put them to the bottom of the deck, then draw.
So it doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter. This card literally can, if you wait a turn and your opponent doesn't do anything to this, these 2 cards turn into 2 cards.
So dumb.
And if you draw this off this effect, then it literally turns right back on if you put Diabellstar.
It's such a small engine, but
It's a
it's
small
so
engine, but it's
consistent.
so strong. Facilitates so many things. I was playing against somebody. I drew for turn. I had 2 cards in hand. Because of these, my hand turned into 6 cards very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all engine to play through a half board. Like, these cards are insane. On to the best card of the deck, even though it's really hard to choose what the best card of the deck is, but hands down, this is still the best card of the deck. We're playing 2 Fire King Sanctuary with the 2 Fire King Island.
So yeah, this just goes into that.
Yeah, on activation, this just activates this from the deck. It doesn't add it, activates it from the deck. So you get to do some cool things. And it has 2 other effects. So if a card in your field spell zone would be destroyed, you can just destroy fire instead.
Yeah.
And its other effect is when your opponent special summons a monster, you can immediately after that summon resolves, Fire King exceed summon a pyro monster from your extra deck. So the point is to stick 2 level 8s and then wait for them to special one more time, and then you just go into the new big exceeds and then just nuke the entire thing.
Yeah. It's
Really, really good.
Really,
and then,
really good.
if you don't know what this does, you've probably been living under a rock, but for newer people, 2 effects. Second effect is just special a Wing Beast from hand. First effect is the main effect that matters. You declare, destroy a monster you control on your hand or field, and then add
Search a Fire King.
Just search a Fire King. It pops for effects, so you
Yeah.
know whatever.
it starts the plays. It gets any card in the deck.
Apparently, I'm running 3 right now. That's supposed to go to 2. My bad.
That's why we count nice things.
Yeah. Other than that,
Come on, Mark.
hey man, my original list didn't run 3. Other than that, we're just playing consistency. Last Fire King card, Skyrim. Card's actually really, really good. So, quick play. Target your Fire King's 4 cost. That is the cost to target.
Yeah.
And then pop an equal number of cards you targeted. So even if they remove one of the bodies, it still pops an equal number of cards. It's weird, but it creates some really unique game states, and it has a graveyard effect that if your opponent would destroy, to protect. Like if your opponent would pop any cards you control, any Fire King card you control, just banish it instead. So this deck has a lot of ways to protect its board and protect your monsters.
By the chicken.
Searchable by Ponics, yes.
Searchable by chicken.
A searchable mini dark hole is pretty good. Consistency cards, possibly just because you don't really
you don't
your
draw in
extra
this
deck.
deck.
Yeah, you don't really draw a whole lot. It does conflict with the Snake Eye stuff, but potato doesn't matter. And then after that, their consistency card. I'm playing Tinky. This won't stay in the list much longer. I just couldn't figure out what to put. It was the same with
it's a consistency card. Like
especially since Droll's about to be a little bit better.
There's nothing wrong with consistency.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. And making your guys bigger isn't hurt either. That's it for
that 100 can't matter.
It can't matter. And the last card on the main deck is Call Light.
Yeah.
You need some because you do search a decent enough times to where you do need.
It's a very versatile card.
It is a very versatile card. It hits everything. It'll never be bad.
Yeah.
Do not put this back to more than one. Onto the extra. I cried because I don't have an anima anymore, but that would be an anima.
Yeah.
Because you play enough level 1s where it matters.
Just steal a card.
Yep. Stealing free cards, big boys. Link Rebo, you have to play it. On to Link 2s, we got Hida, Sunlight Wolf, Early. They all do things. This card's the most broken card in the mirror match ever.
Yeah.
This card can come up to, more specifically, just add back Kieran or Ash, kind of whatever.
Yeah, because it can't add any fire.
You can add any fire back. Early, it's not the easiest card to use, but if you get it to work, card's insane. Card's really, really good.
Quick effect, target negate.
Yep. So the funny thing is, I did have a game a long time ago where I just made it up in ENZ, and then my opponent normal summoned to the middle zone, and they just got their card effect negated.
That's so dope.
It is. And did you also know this thing can respawn itself?
What?
When it's destroyed by battle when it's destroyed by card effect during the end phase, it summons itself right back.
And it's a fire.
Which
too.
actually makes sense on the right pointing out. So
and it's a fire too.
Yeah. So yeah, you can literally just pop this with dude, and he'll just spawn himself right back, which is crazy. I'm playing one Link 3. What last Link 2? Just because it's the GOAT card. This the GOAT card, best card in the game.
This needs no explanation.
Yeah, no explanation. Playing one Link 3, just top logic, just mana, just
nuke back row.
Just nuke all back row decks, and also like in the mirror, you can just like hard banish their entire back row, and they can't save from that.
And we have been seeing a lot of the mirror, have you?
Oh yeah. My first round was the mirror. I banished both of his Grunixes in a single turn. Called by one of them, and then I SP'd the one that was on the field.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And then the last card is one of my personal favorite cards this period that I'll put this card in every deck.
Don't worry, this is one of my personal favorite cards.
She's insane, outsboards.
It's an extra deck slot that guarantees you out of a card.
Moving on to Exceeds, we're playing Zeus package. Downer her with said Zeus. It's just free format, 2 cents, pretty good.
Yeah.
No explanation on that either.
There's no explanation for that.
I'm playing one Ding because non-target sins are really good, and it can protect your board as well, so extra layers and added layers.
I love the times when I summon this, then go into Zeus as well.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It feels nice. And then...
Has that ever came up?
It came up once.
Came up once?
Yeah, it came up once. Typhon, also once again, card stupid, no explanation on how good this card actually is. Just using it to just bounce monsters can be really good.
It's not good against your deck either.
Nope,
which is
not
funny.
good against mine.
Because I found that out too.
Last 2 cards are the new Garunix.
It's the boy.
The boy, the new guy. I would only play one, but
this is the family
really,
meal
really
at KFC. It's
It's
$10.99.
This card's actually insane. So on Exceed Summon, it just nukes the entire field, just on command.
Yeah.
And then its other effect is detach, target a spell trap on the field, destroy it, and then he gains 500 attack permanently.
Permanently?
Yes, he gains 500 attack permanently. But the biggest thing about his effect, when he is destroyed.
I was wondering, what does he do when he's destroyed?
When he is destroyed, you can special summon Fire King monsters from your graveyard equal to the number of his materials. So if you just make him, then pop him, you get 2 free summons on the spot.
But, yeah?
Now, he just floats back big bodies, so in
and
a
then
turn...
he can use those for whatever, or
for
just
whatever else. Yep. They're in a card in this archetype that locks you into
Is it
everything.
Fire King or Fire Monster?
2 level 8 monsters is all he requires.
No, I mean like when it's destroyed.
It's Fire Kings.
Okay.
and that's what you want.
I thought it said summon 2 fires from graveyard.
Uh,
Well, even still, that's still broken.
Still really good. Like, this card is really, really good. It did win me a game, just popping the thing and then popping it with Island just
Yeah.
to spawn back the Runics. That way you can search Arvanta and then just keep playing. Card's broken. Card is actually so much better than expected. Especially since, because of Sanctuary, you can make this and just nuke the whole field and pop off.
How do you feel? What is your best matchup against this deck for right now, like the meta?
I haven't tested a whole lot. Funnily enough, Runic, it has a surprisingly really good Runic matchup.
Really?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter if they pop a bunch of your cards. It's like, please pop my cards.
Yeah.
Please pop my cards.
Oh, you pop my monster. Boom.
Yep.
You pop my.
Yeah, and that's just pretty much how they go. I have to test the lab match, but I feel like it should be fine. Non-targeting pops are pretty good. It's just a matter of grinding, and this deck guarantees as long as one pop resolves, you should theoretically always have infinite material to do anything you need.
Nice.
Deck also plays really well into there can only be one, considering
They're
they're
wing
all
beasts.
tri-beasts. Yep. And it plays really well under skill drain as well.
You got any other shout outs before we go?
Shout out to Wiseguys.
Shout out to Wiseguys. Shout out to Kicking My Ass.
Yep. Shout out to Michael Buckingham for taking that L. Hold it tightly, firmly grasp it.
L is held.
Firmly grasp it.
All right, and we're out.
Yep.